higher perspective that is natural to our true being. So we need to do things that open up the space for higher perspective to come in. So that takes us back to the first thing I mentioned of understanding the creative purpose moving through the intensity, perspective. We need perspective to keep our balance amidst intensity. With true perspective and balance, we become aware of what we need to know and what we need to do. In short, we receive heaven's guidance clearly. I want to share part of a poem that I wrote over 20 years ago because it touches the essence of what's moving under all that's intensifying in our world today. In June 1999, I was flying back to Colorado after offering 3 seminars in Korea and Japan. I was appreciating the spiritual meaning of the cycle and also pondering Y2K, which I hope some of you know about because you're a little young. But anyway, at the time, many people thought it might dramatically change the world. I was in an airplane alone and there was no one near me. In the serene stillness of my own pneumoplasm, heaven delivered a message to me and through me. Words just came effortlessly, and I wrote them down. It's rather long, so I'm just going to read part of it. And as I read it, I'll explain a little bit along the way. And I suggest that you hear it as a message from true being. So it begins with this. I need those who will not be stopped by anything, who will express the character I am no matter what, who will consciously align with and steward the creative cycles that are proceeding from the coming forth of my being with increasing intensity, like the quickening before a birth. For I am coming forth, and all that remains will be in alignment with my being. There is a birth happening on this planet. The birth of the one I am. The transformation into our true being. It's happening through each of us. If, big if we give more energy and attention to that instead of what's passing away. Okay, so back to the words that came in June 1999. So be not disheartened nor discouraged by what surfaces through this transformation. Keep your eye ever on the Spirit I am, which is the power of the universe, the love that is inexorable, endures all, because I am the source and essence of all reality. Be not distracted by that which must disintegrate, for it is but evidence of my coming forth. There is and will be a lot disintegrating. It's passing away to make space for the new. So we can choose to see what's passing away as evidence of my coming forth. The one I am emerging with power and clarity and beauty. This is what we need to look at. Not what's passing away, but what's coming forth of the Spirit. I am. The love that is inexorable, unstoppable. Okay, again to the words that came in the airplane. Look not to outer appearances for evidence of progress. How many times do we do that? Don't look for evidence of progress at the outer things. Look not to outer appearances for evidence of progress, for what must move in this culminating cycle is so monumental. The human eye will be blinded with despair. In other words, this is not a small change. This is a culminating cycle. The climax of thousands of years. Isn't it wonderful to be alive, to assist in this birth? Isn't this why we came on earth? Okay, the poem again. Use your inner eye. For I am here with you closer than breathing, and my love will transform you and all that you see. Open your eyes to see all that is before you. But see that which resounds my being and magnify it with all that you are. So in all that we see, let's make sure that we see what resounds my being. What's beautiful and true, shining with the glory of life. Focus on that and magnify it. Increase it with your appreciation and by expressing what is true yourself. Okay, now back to the poem again. You are given all you need to play your part in this grand culmination. Nurture your substance of connection with it, so you may receive accurately all guidance for wise function. When we actually are in attunement with heaven, we know, we experience, we are given all that we need. We must nurture our connection with heaven, because that connection is our channel, the channel through which we receive heaven's guidance. Nurture that connection so you may receive accurately all guidance for wise function. So as I near the end of what I'll say today, I want to reread the first verse. I need those who will not be stopped by anything, who will express the character I am no matter what, who will consciously align with and steward the creative cycles that are proceeding from the coming forth of my being with increasing intensity, like the quickening before a birth. For I am coming forth, and all that remains will be in alignment with my being. To go back with the questions that I asked at the beginning, to sustain the awareness of who heaven sees we are, we need to keep our balance amidst intensity. To do that, we need to remember the creative purpose moving through the intensity. In the words of the poem, I am coming forth, and my love will transform you and all that you see. And lastly, we need a good repertoire of actions we can take and practice to restore our balance and alignment. I'm so deeply grateful and moved by what each of you have spoken online and here. I want to pick up on what Nhua spoke. She was the first one who spoke. She spoke about the impulses to give up do come. You know, millions, probably billions of people are feeling that all the time. So, of course we will feel it, often. But again, I want to go back to this. It's a tremendous secret. Well, not secret anymore, but it's actually very simple. We cannot change the pressure that's coming. We will experience pressure. But what we can change is what we give attention to. And remember, if more of our attention is on the outer, when the pressure comes, we go down. I'll bet some of you have experience, though, when more of your attention is on the inner, the pressure actually lifts you up. That's the secret. What we give attention to will determine which way we go as you really discover this power of life that is constantly bringing forth the new world. And when even a relatively few of us do this, can you feel how powerful that is? So, 함께 합니다, right? 같이 갑시다? Anyway, let's do it together. My love to all of you. And